All right, thank you coming for today's Let's Talk Wellness. Today's session is powering up your mind here. There we go. So welcome. Today we are here to talk about the role that perspectives plays in our lives. The state of mind that you're in throughout each moment of the day has a significant impact on the decisions you make and the outcomes you experience. Okay. And life is such a fast-paced, sometimes hectic environment that could cause some serious strain on our mind and body, and also our safety. So it's crucial that we find a way to positively adapt with the changes and experiences throughout our lifetimes. And adaptation and success means different things to everyone. So the intention of this webinar right now is to get you to think about different ways that you could approach your responsibilities and challenges so that you can experience better outcomes and feel more fulfilled throughout your journey. Again, too, powering up your mind, we're providing you with all those different toolkits for you. Okay. If constant stress has you feeling helpless, maybe delusioned and completely exhausted, you may be on the road to burnout. So let's take some time to reflect and learn what you could do to regain your balance and feel more positive and hopeful. Okay. Here we go. All right. When you're burned out, problems maybe feel everything looks bleak and it's different to muster up the energy to care, let alone take action to help yourself. But you have a lot more control over stress than you may think. There are positive steps you could take to deal with overwhelming stress and get your life into balance. Having more present moment awareness, throughout each day means to monitor and attend to current experiences rather than predicting future events or dwelling in the past. I'll be providing a couple of different links within the chat. Feel free to add them in there later on, save them or tab them. Okay. Our next slide. So let's spend a few moments talking about different ways to increase our present moment awareness. A great place to start is body posture. I like to have everyone do a quick audit on their body posture right now. Are you slouching? Or are you sitting up nice and tall or standing nice and tall? Take a moment and notice how you're sitting right now. And ask yourself, is your body posture making you feel confident and alert? Or is it making you tired and unfocused? Okay, really think about those things. There is a great TED Talk out there by Amy Cuddy. It's called Your Body Language May Shape Who You Are. And if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend that you watch it. It's about 20 minutes long, and it talks about how important the role that our posture plays with our mood. Okay, as you know, our mood impacts our behavior, which impacts our decisions, which impacts our outcomes. So a practice place to start is when you're becoming more to check in physically with yourself and to see how you're presenting yourself to the world, to the customers, to everyone here on Zoom. We're virtual. Like, how are you presenting virtually too? And if you notice that you're maybe slouching or making yourself seem small, make a quick adjustment so that you're adopting to be upright posture and to see how that help improve your mood. You'll just automatically become on the next level. Okay. Feel free, if you have any kind of questions, type into the chat here for us. Next, I want to just practice some deep breathing exercises. Doing some deep breathing can also help and create a physical response in the body and mind, and can create a sense of calm and relaxation. So deep breathing also goes by the name of diaphragmatic breathing, abdominal breathing, and belly breathing. So if you have heard of one of those terms, feel free to say yes in the chat. So basically, deep breathing is when you breathe deeply, the air coming in through your nose and fills your lungs and your lower belly rises. So for many of us, deep breathing seems very unnatural, and I will attest to that for sure. And there's several reasons for this. For one, body image has a negative impact on respiration in our culture. A flat stomach is considered attractive, so people tend to hold in their stomachs. Where this really, a flat stomach to hold in their stomach muscles. So this interferes with deep breathing and gradually makes shallow chest breathing seem normal, okay? Which increases tension and anxiety. So think about shallow breathing as it limits the diaphragm range of motion, okay? The lower part of your lungs doesn't get the full share of oxygenated air. That can make you feel short of breath or very anxious. Deep abdominal breathing, okay, when we're really getting from that belly, encourages that full oxygen exchange that is beneficial trade of incoming oxygen for outgoing carbon dioxide. So not surprisingly, it could slow the heart rate, lower and stabilize your blood pressure. Okay, so take those tips when you are thinking about some relaxation techniques to maybe clear your mind of stress or any kind of thoughts that you may have, okay? So now that we've taken a moment to improve our body posture, we're all sitting up nice and tall, right? Sit up nice and tall, shoulders are down and back, put those shoulder blades right in your pocket. And we're gonna take a few minutes right now to do a quick deep breath awareness exercise. I'm actually gonna go off camera so I don't distract anyone with my hand motions. But feel free to rest your hands in your lap or wherever it's comfortable. And begin by taking 3 deep breaths, filling up all the way on the inhale and emptying out completely on the exhale. And now if you like, I invite you to close your eyes and just continue to follow your breath gently. In and out of your nose. Become aware, curious, observant to apparent sensations of breathing in and breathing out. You may notice as you sit here, you're trying to focus on your breath, that your mind starts to wander off into things that you need to do. Or maybe something that happened earlier, or something that you're anticipating for later. When your mind becomes distracted, the goal is to acknowledge the distraction without judgment and just simply noticing that your mind has wandered. And then gently direct your attention back to your breath and take those 3 deep breaths again. Taking these deep breaths in and out help us to give you something stronger to focus on, to help you keep anchored in your breath and just keep breathing deeply in and out. And each time your mind wanders, simply notice the distraction and turn it right back. So you're slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out. And slowly start to come back, taking some deep breaths. I want you to wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Now take a moment to notice how you feel. Now you've taken those few minutes to sit and simply focus on your breath. Awesome. And now later on today or tomorrow, you could try another technique called a box breathing exercise. And this helps to engage your parasympathetic nervous system, which helps calm the body and mind. To do the box breathing exercise, you would start to focus on your breath. And then after your next exhale, Inhale for 4 seconds. Then pause your breathing for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Pause your breathing for 4 seconds and repeat. That's considered your box breathing exercise. There is also another breathing exercise called a 5 to 9 breathing technique, which has you inhale and count to 5, then exhale and count to 9. This is a great breathing exercise to help you fall asleep or maybe reduce any feelings of anxiety. So I hope you guys got those great exercises, or maybe you've heard of those exercises and this was a great reminder for you. Because what we're going to be talking next now is being mindful of your body posture throughout the day and taking a few minutes really each day to check in with yourself with doing some deep breathing exercises can sometimes help positively shift your mood. There's also other helpful techniques like affirmations and mantras that also could help uplift your spirits. So positive affirmations were developed in the 1970s by neuroscientists, incorporating a modern understanding of psychotherapy and logistics in order to consciously rewire those patterns toward more desirable outcomes. Affirmations can be stated anytime and tend to complete sentences addressing something we wish to have, or as we already have it in the present moment. Affirmations are positive statements that can help you to challenge and overcome self-sabotaging or negative thoughts. So when you repeat them often and believe in them, you can start to make those positive changes. Some people may consider affirmations to be unrealistic or wishful thinking, but try looking at positive affirmations this way. Many of us do repetitive exercises, say to improve our physical health. And affirmations are like exercises for our mind and really our outlook. So these positive mental repetitions can reprogram our thinking pattern so that over time we begin to think and act differently. Okay, so for example, here evidence suggests that affirmations can help you to perform better at work. According to researchers, spend just a few minutes thinking about your best qualities before a high pressure job, before a performance review, before speaking in public. So think about those affirmations, which could help calm your nerves, increase your confidence, and improve your chances of that successful outcome. Okay. And then also self-affirmations may also help to mitigate the effects of stress. You know, in one study, a short affirmation exercise boosted the problem-solving abilities of chronically stressed subjects to the same level as those with low stress. Affirmations have also been used to successfully treat people with low self-esteem, depression, and other mental health conditions. And they have been shown to stimulate the areas of our brain that makes us more likely to affect positive changes in regards to our health. All right. So how do we use a positive affirmation? You could really use them in any situation you like to see a positive change, to really see that positive change to take place in your life. These might include times when you want to raise your confidence, right? Control some negative feelings, improve self-esteem, finish projects you've maybe started, improve your productivity, and overcome a bad habit. Affirmations may be more effective when you pair them with other positive thinking and goal-setting techniques. For instance, affirmations work particularly well alongside visualization. So instead of just picturing the change you like to see, you can also write it down or say it out loud. I see we're all on mute, so feel free to talk about that affirmation, or if you have one that you talk about, feel free to type into the chat. Okay. Affirmations are also useful when setting that personal goal. Once you really identify the goals you like to achieve, affirmative statements can really help you keep yourself motivated in order to achieve them. Okay, so really the power of the affirmation here lies in repeating them to yourself regularly. It's useful to recite them several times a day, have them pop up on your notifications. You could also repeat your affirmations as soon as you engage in the negative behavior or thoughts that you want to come. So next we're going to go into some examples of positive affirmations. Feel free to write them down. Like I mentioned, I will be providing this slide deck to you. I know, accept, and am true to myself. I learn from my mistakes. I know I can accomplish anything I set my mind to. And I forgive myself for not being perfect because I know I am human. These are some great affirmations. If you don't have one, take a screenshot. These are fantastic ones. There's hundreds more out there. Remember, what's good for you might not be good for someone else. And last but not least, part of our toolkit here is to really prioritize that self-care. Make exercise a priority. Exos here is providing virtual classes and a performance break to all PSAG employees. You know, maybe it might be like the last thing you feel like doing when you're burned out, but exercise is a powerful antidote to stress and burnout. It's also something that you could do right now to boost your mood. You know, aim to exercise 30 minutes or more per day, but break that up into short bursts. 10 minutes of walking, 10 minutes of, going up the stairs, 10 minutes of walking in place, or even dancing, running, to really just maximize the stress relief here. Instead of continuing to focus on your thoughts, really focus on your body and how it feels for you to move. Okay, that's one thing I want you to take away for this prioritize self-care. Another way to prioritize this is to really eat a healthy diet. Support that with mood and energy levels from that healthy diet. Reduce those sugar and refined carbs. You may crave that sugary snack or maybe comfort food, such as pasta or French fries, but know that these high carb foods really quickly lead to a crash in mood and energy. And then also to avoid nicotine, drink alcohol in moderation, really as too much can cause anxiety and as it wears off. So just remember that 10 minutes walk can improve your mood for 2 hours. And what you put into your body can have a huge impact on your mood and energy. So I do have a writing activity for you, a little takeaway. I want you to write one thing you could do today to take care of yourself, or one thing I could do today to take care of myself is just one thing. You can keep it to yourself or feel free to share. I'll keep it open. I know some people like to share, some people like to keep it to themselves. It's totally optional. The second question is, I want you to write down the top 2 most important things I need to focus on. So the top 2 most important things I need to focus on are fantastic. And then the third question is 3 things I am grateful for. Question 1, one thing I could do today to take care of myself. Question 2, the top 2 most important things I need to focus on are. And lastly, 3 things I am grateful for. So these three questions or these three statements are maybe a good Monday morning activity for you. And this could help you to write the affirmation statement, to get your mind deep breathing, what you're grateful for, what's important, and to take that self-care. Okay. This is just culminating into that toolkit for you to be the better self of you. Thank you for sharing those who shared in the chat. I love them all. As I'm recording this, I don't want to verbalize it, but thank you for typing them into the chat. And then last but not least, before we go, I do just want to highlight more items for your toolkit, everything that PSAG partners and programs have to offer. So we have Beacon Wellbeing for those in New Jersey. This is your EAP program. EHE is for your annual exam, and that's offered to New Jersey and Long Island Mass who are medically enrolled. Fidelity is for your New Jersey employees. Livongo is also for New Jersey. And then I do have on here Food Smart by Sapongo. As I just mentioned, your prioritize self-care has to do with nutrition. So if nutrition is on your list right there, as I saw making dinner, check out Food Smart for some great meals and to meal prep. Your Horizon program is available to you. Your Journeys with Inversion Pulse, they're small self-guided courses that can last anywhere from 10 to 20 days. That gives you a little bit more than that healthy habit. Fantastic way to start. You also have your exercise rewards. I mentioned earlier that prioritize self-care is exercise in 30 minutes a day. Quitting tobacco is one. You have your nutrition guide located on Virgin Pulse, your sleep guide with Virgin Pulse, and last but not least, your will sessions. Your will sessions are also located within Virgin Pulse, and those are mindfulness trainings, yoga trainings to also help with that emotional intelligence. And my last but not least slide right here is about Long Island. These are your programs and services. It is CCA at your service, and MetLife is for financial. So if you're finding those three questions, tackle any of these resources or programs, check out your programs page. Or if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to myself. I'll be happy to point you in the right direction here. I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. And there's any other questions, thank you so much for coming to Let's Talk Wellness. I do have your point value